Tarot cards illustrate an interpretive story, and when you draw said cards, they draw different parts of each story, and each card can have an alternative meaning or different meanings, whatever you interpret it as. That's why it's an interpretive story. It's what you read them as, it's what you think they mean to you. So I have 3 decks here, each with a specific crystal that you might be drawn to, whichever one you're drawn to, and whichever one you think is your deck, I will read to you. Will you pick the first one for me? This one is a sodalite, this one is a green aventurine, I might be saying that wrong, and this one is a carnelian. This one? Okay. I will move these aside. So if you pick this one, a carnelian is good for creativity and releasing grief. So these 3 cards will represent past, present, and future of anything that you might think be revolving around creativity or any grief you might have. So for the past, there is the High Priestess. For the present, there is the Hanged Man. And for the future, there is the 3 of Spears. So 2 of these cards are upside down. That could either mean their alternative meaning or that it doesn't apply. So it's honestly up to you whether you decide that these cards apply to you or whether or not you take them as their alternative meaning, meaning just the opposite of what they're saying. So for the past, the High Priestess. The High Priestess is a mysterious symbol of intuition, the subconscious, and the spiritual enlightenment. She is a divine female ruler, and she's the gatekeeper between the physical and spiritual world. The High Priestess encourages us to look inward and for answers and intuition. So it is upside down. That could possibly mean that maybe in your past you maybe not haven't had the best intuition, that you... This is the past, present, and future cards I drew for the chameleon. Carmeleon. I don't know how to say that, but it means creativity. So this is more of a creative pursuit for your past, present, and future. For your past, there is a High Priestess, which is upside down. The High Priestess is a mysterious symbol of intuition, the subconscious, and spiritual enlightenment. She's a divine feminine ruler and is the gatekeeper between the physical and spiritual worlds. The High Priestess encourages us to look inward for answers and intuition. It is upside down, so normally you would take that as its alternative meaning. You don't have to. So it could just mean that you've had really good intuition in your past, or it could also mean that you've had really bad intuition in your past. And that can affect your creativity skills just because drama. Your present is the Hanged Man. That sounds bad, but it's not. It's really good to have for a creative perspective because the Hanged Man is upside down from a sharp cliff, gaining a different perspective from the world. He is not suffering, but is rather calm and observant. The Hanged Man indicates the need to pause and look around and be willing to surrender to new ideas. Having this card just means that if you're having like some writer's block or something, just take it easy, pause, look around, enjoy some of your favorite things, and enjoy your favorite book or TV show, and maybe get some inspiration from that. Your future is the 3 of Spears upside down. It symbolizes the successful teamwork of a group of people who have come together to achieve an early success. So maybe you go to your friends for help, maybe you don't. Maybe you take it on your own. It is upside down, so you could take it on your own. But if you want to read it as its actual meaning, you go to your friends and you say, hey, what do you think of my work? You know? So if you're looking for a creative pursuit, you might want to pause and look around and maybe ask your friends for help. That is what it is saying. Okay, so the sodalite is good for logic and truth if you're looking for a logical type of future. past, present, future, then this is your deck. So past, present, and future. For the past is the Page of Swords. The present is the King of Swords. And the future is Judgment upside down. That is really interesting. 2 swords and a major arcana. The page, okay. Page resembles someone who is full of energy and ideas, eager to share, and it suggests a new form of communication. So, you've had a lot of good ideas in your life, and you really want to share them, so that was your past. The King of Swords, that is a really good card to have for your present. The King is an intellectual authority, stern and logical. He refers to counsel based on superior knowledge and experience. So, you already got your fucking shit together, my dude. That's good. That is good. You had your goals, you reached them. Now for your future. Now that's a little interesting. Judgment. Judgment can indicate the need to make a monumental decision requiring the combination of life's experiences. So, you might have a major event coming up that might indicate whether or not you are satisfied with the fact that you are happy with all of your life's hard work. You might already be rich, you might already have achieved your goals, but do you have friends and family and loved ones, is what it's really asking. So that is your more logical pursuit of past, present, and future. The green Avengering is good for heart and motivation. So if you're looking for something a little more close to home, this might be your reading. So we have past, present, and future. For the past, the Star. For the present, the 7 of Spheres upside down. And for the future, the Ace of Swords. It's a very interesting one. To start with a major and end with an ace. So for the Star, as you pass, the Star is symbolic of renewal, faith, and spirituality. It shows a large star with dozens of lines of influence radiating outward. The star represents a time of personal growth as one develops a renewed appreciation of their blessings. So maybe you had a bit of lack of faith in your past was going through and rekindling that faith or finding your faith, figuring out what your spiritual alignment is. Your present, the 7 of Spheres. The 7 represents planting seeds for the future, encourages looking at long-term investments. It is upside down, so maybe you haven't been the best at saving and preparing for your long-term goals, or maybe if you want to take it as as its original meaning, you have been really good at preparing for your future, saving for your goals. The Ace of Swords, though, is a very, very difficult card to start with, or at least end with. The Ace of Swords signifies a breakthrough in a new way of thinking. It is a great time to start a new project. Okay, never mind. That's a good card. So you've potentially prepared for your future, and now you are pursuing that future as your future. So for your heart and motivation, you've had a lack of faith. You have, or maybe have not, pursued your future, and whether or not you do, or whether or not you have prepared for your future, you still have a future here, and you're going to pursue it, regardless of your preparations. So that is really nice. I encourage you to look forward to the future then, and that is that reading.